After the fall of Saigon, San Diego offered the start of a new life for so many people who fled their homeland. During AAPI Heritage Month, my co-anchor Melissa Masiha takes a look at the end of the Vietnam War and the beginning of a new journey for Vietnamese Americans who want to make sure we never forget our history.
The sounds of the ocean, a calming presence for Dr. Pha Le.
As we sit here today with this beautiful backdrop, I get to surf here with my sons on the warmer months, and I can't be more grateful.
It's a place he finds peace.
It's just you, the surf, the board, and the water.
The waters that decades ago instead brought uncertainty for the Vietnamese people.
The same ocean on the other side of the Pacific claimed anywhere from 200 to 500,000 lives of people who risked everything in the search for freedom.
April 30th, 1975, the end of the Vietnam War. Pha's father, a commander in the South Vietnamese Navy, had to evacuate with his crew to the ocean. The U.S. Navy picked them up, brought his father to Subic Bay, then Guam. But he returned to Vietnam, wanting to find his family, including his wife and 3 children, Pha the oldest.
But unfortunately, upon his arrival, they took him straight to North Vietnam, where he was imprisoned for the next 5 years.
This is a photo of Pha with his dad when he was around 1, but he has no recollection of it. Pha was 7 when he remembers seeing his father for the first time.
He was released, he took a bus, and he came home and just walked into the yard and tapped me on the shoulder. And that's how I met my father.
2 years after that, Pha and his parents escaped Vietnam on a boat in the middle of the night, in the middle of a dark ocean.
We got tossed really violently.
Only 3 in his family were allowed on that boat, his parents making the tough decision to leave his younger brothers, taking only Pha because he was most likely to get drafted since Vietnam was still at war with Cambodia.
I didn't fully grasp the pain that my parents went through and the pain that especially my middle brother went through, because he was at the station and remembers us pulling away and leaving him behind.
They ended up in a refugee camp in Indonesia for more than a year before immigrating to Virginia.
So many things could have gone wrong, and they didn't.
His wife, Joan, wasn't quite born yet during the fall of Saigon. Joan's mom was pregnant with her as her family fled Vietnam before eventually settling in California.
What do you want people to know about that time period, people who weren't born yet?
That was a time that was difficult and a challenge for everybody. At that time, from the South Vietnamese families, it was a loss of their country, loss of freedom. For the U.S. military, we were very grateful of the largest humanitarian operation in U.S. history at that time.
They're now both doctors, giving back to the country who took them in. Joan,
I've been running this clinic for 12 years.
Giving her time to help children with amputations. Pha and his brothers now all reunited here in the U.S. Besides surfing with his sons, Pha volunteers with veterans. He also chaired the recent event on the USS Midway Museum commemorating Operation Frequent Wind, the largest helicopter evacuation in history. The city of San Diego recently honored the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon during a proclamation presentation where Pha participated. The couple now raising their 2 kids, their eldest at the Naval Academy.
We're all just the products of our history, but what we do with the opportunities that we've been gifted by the men and women who fight for it every day is something that we're really grateful for.
I'm Melissa Masiha, ABC 10 News.
Not only does Melissa share stories on our AAPI community, she covers consumer issues, San Diego Unified, and the Sweetwater Union High School District. If you have a story idea for Melissa, shoot her an email, melissa.masiha@10news.com.